In 1853, news that Lola Montez, dark-eyed international beauty, was sailing from England to San Francisco created almost as much excitement in the woman-starved city as had the discovery of gold. Every able-bodied man who could manage it headed for the dock to greet the glamorous beauty, for love of whom King Ludwig of Bavaria had lost his throne.
As representative of the press, I welcome your eyes to San Francisco, Miss Montez.
Just my eyes?
Well, especially your eyes. Yes, they sparkle like the dancing sun on the blue waters of a Killarney lake.
I love you.
Hey!
I have been assassinated. Oh, I can faint.
Oh, she...
Give her some air, son. Let her get some air.
Dear, is this Miss Montez?
Yes, where's her room?
Suite number 8. Right this way. See, the bedroom is right in there.
What? No flowers? Where Montez is, there must be flowers. Get flowers immediately.
Oh, yes, flowers. Flowers are very expensive in San Francisco, Miss Montez.
Expense is no object. Fill the room with flowers. Oh, and wait. Get me a large basket of rose petals. Large.
Just the petals?
Yes, I bathe in them. And who are you?
I am Marshal Matt Wayne.
Always I attract marshals. Marshal of France, Marshal of Austria, Marshal of... Entra. Ah, the journalist. You have come to interview me, no?
Well, personally, I'd much prefer to look at you, Senora. But I'm afraid it is my job to interview you. That is, of course, if you have the time.
Oh, Montez always has the time for the press. Come and sit down and talk. You sit down too, Marshal. Now, what is it you want to ask?
Well, there are many things, actually. However, my readers will want to know all about the King of Bavaria.
Ludwig? A funny little man, such humorous whiskers. But let us not talk about Ludwig. Let us talk about Montez. I am not all eyes. I have other things to admire, do I not?
Yes, indeed you do.
I shall conquer San Francisco, as I have conquered you. I shall sing, I shall dance, but first I must approve of your theater.
If it doesn't meet with your approval, we'll rebuild it naturally.
Naturally.
British reporters quote you as saying that you're looking for an American husband. Is this true?
I have married everyone else. Why not an American?
What a lucky man. You know, Senora, I shall envy him all the days of my life.
Where shall I put the rose petals, Miss Montez?
In the bathroom, of course. Where else?
What? Rose petals in a bath?
She bathes in them.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Gracias. I must refresh. Later, perhaps, Marshal?
Perhaps.
And you will write pretty things about Lola Montez, no?
Would that I had the words to do you credit, Senora.
Jack.
What? Oh. Good afternoon, Senora.
Good afternoon. Dolores. Look, such beautiful flowers.
Expensive, too. And who will pay for them? Who will pay the hotel bill? And what shall we eat? Rose petals?
I shall find a patron. I always do.
The man who greeted you at the door?
Oh, no. He's only a journalist. But the other one, he is Marshal of all of California. He is important. He is rich. He is handsome. He shall be mine.
As a benefactor, yes. As a husband, no. Remember that.
Jack, how come you were the only journalist to interview Montez?
Huh, quite simple, my dear friend. I merely bribed some of those incorruptible policemen of yours to shoo the others away.
Fine thing. Town's leading publisher, using his money to corrupt the police.
You know, she thinks that I'm just a reporter, but she was impressed by me, Matt. Did you notice?
Montez likes publicity, you know.
She kissed me.
Maybe that's because she doesn't know you're married.
Whatever made you bring that up now?
Where's Martha?
She's looking after that confounded sick aunt of hers for the last month down in Monterey. Why do you ask, Matt?
I'd sure hate to see you make a fool of yourself, Jack.
Why is it that single men are always reminding married men of their wives when there's a pretty girl around? Hmm?
San Francisco greets Montez. So great was the crush of her admirers that she swooned into the arms of City Marshal Matt Wayne. I saw you, Matt, and if you ask me, you look pretty doggone silly.
That was quite an honor. Men have fought duels to hold the hand of Lola Montez. I held all of her. It's your deal.
Ah, this so handsome and so brave Marshal. And your friend?
Mrs. Fansler, Miss Montez.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Won't you be seated?
Thank you. McGiven has been showing me the sights of San Francisco.
On the contrary, Senora. I've been treating San Francisco to the sight of you.
You are so sweet. He reminds me of Ludwig. I've heard about you, Mrs. Fansler. You are playing poker?
Yes.
You will teach me how to play, no?
But yes.
Good. Then you dial the cards.
Yes, I'll dial the cards.
Would you excuse me for a
Oh,
moment, please?
God.
No cheating. $50.
Make it 100.
Uh-huh. You have 3 queens?
Cover it.
I will witness you.
She means she'll see you.
I know what she means. She's been doing it all evening. What have you got?
I have 20.
She's got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of diamonds. A little straight flush.
Good enough.
I do not want to embarrass you, Mrs. Fansler, by refusing the money. So I will take it. And I will give a great big ball for the elite of San Francisco. And you, Senora, you will be the guest of honor. McGiven, your hat, please. Bueno. Buenas noches. Buenas noches.
You did cheat, didn't you?
I can't understand how she managed to win so much.
I can. She was cheating right back.
There are no women. This is cruel, Matt. They're boycotting her after letting her think they'd be here. I'm sorry, Miss Montez. I didn't realize the San Francisco women were so ungracious.
You honor me by coming, Senora Fansler. But do not be sorry for me. I know what to do. One moment, please. Gentlemen of San Francisco, I feel so sorry. I'm sorry for all of you that you have wives who do not dare to be seen in the same room with Lola Montez. But there is enough of Montez for all of you. When you go home to your ladies tonight, every one of you will be able to say you danced with the daughter of a Spanish nobleman. The woman for whom the king of Bavaria lost his throne.
Bravo, Senora Montez. Bravo! That was magnificent, truly magnificent. Their wives will be picking those words out of their teeth for months to come. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Miss Montez, but your bill.
I have paid the bill.
You paid for the rental of the ballroom, yes, but nothing else.
I will pay for the champagne later. Please do not annoy me with trifles.
The owner, his wife rather, insists that you pay in advance or there'll be no more champagne.
Please do not trouble yourself if you will allow me. I presume that you will take my check? Or do I have to buy this hotel and throw you out of it?
I shall gladly accept your check.
Very well, then. Excuse me. Come on.
Judge.
Can I speak to you, Marshal, alone? Tell me something, please. This McGiffin, he can afford to buy a hotel?
Well, McGiffin is more than a journalist. He owns the newspaper.
Ah, I would never have thought that he is so modest. And he made his money publishing?
He made his money digging gold. Running a newspaper is just a hobby.
Then he must be rich. But not as rich as the Marshal of all of California. Not as handsome. You held me in your arms, Marshal. Would you not like to kiss me?
Well, that's a very attractive idea, but first you should know I'm not the Marshal of all California, just San Francisco.
What does that matter? A marshal is a marshal.
But this is America. A marshal is a policeman here. My salary is only $200 a month. Does make a difference, doesn't it, Miss Montez?
Mm-hmm.
Or should I say Miss Gilbert?
You call me Miss Gilbert?
Eliza Gilbert, late of Ireland.
Montez is not Irish. Montez is the daughter of a Spanish nobleman. Montez is... How long have you been on to me?
For some time. I traveled around quite a bit before I came here, you know.
Even Ludwig didn't know about me. Why didn't you tell him in there?
Because San Francisco is starved for excitement and glamour, and there's nothing very exciting or glamorous about Eliza Gilbert.
Then you won't tell anybody?
As far as those men in there are concerned, you are the daughter of a Spanish nobleman.
You're very gallant and understanding. And whether you like it or not, I am going to kiss you.
Miss Montez,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes?
will you please come in and help me dance with your guests? My feet are killing me.
Oh, yes, of course. Later.
Very friendly woman.
That's the bulletin. Why don't you read your husband's newspaper?
My husband is too modest to print anything about himself in his own newspaper, but the bulletin does. And wherever Miss Montez goes, John McGivern, wealthy publisher and family man, dances attendance on her.
Does dance attendance mean what I think it means?
It means, dear Aunt Laura, that you'll be getting better right away. I'm going to San Francisco.
You're like a breath of spring in my arms.
You dance very well, McGiffin.
Thank you, thank you. It's been a long time since I've been to a ball, you know. I was beginning to think that I was a little too old for this sort of thing.
You will never be old, only mature.
Oh, I see. Yes, I'm mature, all right.
You know, you remind me of Ludwig. With whiskers, you would look just like him.
Would I indeed? Now, quite sure that I like the comparison.
Oh, what does it matter? You are both so handsome. No, don't sit down. Get me some champagne, please.
But of course. You excuse me?
Indeed.
Don't you think you're spending a little too much time with Jack? You do have other guests, you know.
Oh, but they do not own newspapers.
You're not considering marrying him.
Why not? I have to have a husband to pay my bills and make me comfortable. Why should I not consider him? He is rich.
He's also married.
Oh, how very convenient.
What's convenient about it?
Well, he shall be my patron.
And what about his wife?
In Europe, many patrons of the art are married. It's a cozy arrangement, no?
Oh, yes, very cozy.
You see, no one will be hurt. Mrs. McGiffin will have him. He will have the honor of sponsoring me. And you, Marshal, you will have the honor of marrying me.
Do I take that as a proposal of marriage?
Uh-huh. You are so virile, Marshal. If only I had met you first, Ludwig would not have lost his throne.
Oh, but I'm not rich.
Oh, but with the money I get from him, I will be able to afford you.
There are only two drawbacks to this arrangement. First, I don't feel up to becoming just another notch on your wedding ring. And second, you are to stop poaching on restricted territory.
Oh? And on whose territory am I poaching?
Mrs. McGivern.
May I introduce myself, Miss Montez? I'm Dwayne Parker.
How do you do?
Don't forget our friend Eliza Gilbert,
I hate you.
Excuse me.
Won't you sit down, Mr. Parker?
It's quite an honor to meet the most fascinating woman in the world.
Yes, I agree with you. I've traveled all over the world, and you're right.
I hope you won't think me brash, Miss Montez, but I've worshipped you ever since you came to San Francisco.
It is not brash to worship Montez. Many people do.
But I want to be someone special in your eyes. Someday I'm going to buy you a whole quart of emeralds. Medium-sized ones, of course.
Oh, no. I prefer the large ones. Tell me, Mr. Parker, you must be very rich to speak about emeralds like this.
Oh, I get along.
And you want to become a patron of the arts?
If you'll allow me.
Well, we will speak about it tomorrow. Excuse me.
You were annoying, Senora Montez, sir?
On the contrary, we got along very well.
And then why did she leave in such a hurry?
Because she saw you coming.
You are a liar, sir.
McGivern, what would your wife think of this dishonorable pursuit of yours? That was uncalled for, McGivern.
Party's over, Dwayne.
McGivern, you better arm yourself, because the next time we meet, I'm going to shoot to kill.
I shall be waiting for your turn.
What's that, Dwayne?
Must there be more bloodshed over you? Aren't you tired of running away?
Oh, don't be stupid, Dolores. This time the press will write about it. And no matter who wins, Montez will have a wealthy patron. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Martha, what? How are you?
I'm fine, Matt.
When did you get home?
This morning. It isn't much of a home, though. Jack's living at the hotel, you know, to be near that woman.
You talked to him?
Yes. He asked me for a divorce, Matt.
Martha, sit down. What did you say?
What could I say? He says he's in love with her.
Jack's not in love with her. Jack has just reached the dangerous age in a man's life. You're in the country, and along comes Lola Montez. Anyway, it's more than that now. His life is involved.
Can't you stop this?
Not as long as he thinks he's in love with Montez. He's wearing a gun and looking for Parker. Martha, how did Jack make it rich?
In the gold fields. You know that, Matt.
And you helped him.
Well, I was with him.
Sure you were. You were there with a pick and a shovel, and when claim jumpers came around, you were by his side with a gun. Have you stopped fighting for what's yours? What's the matter? Have you forgotten how to use one of these?
Why, Matt, what on earth are you suggesting?
He lied to you, Lola. Dwayne Parker's a gambler. Owns nothing but the clothes on his back.
But I do not care about him. It was you I loved all the time. Are you going to kill him?
And if he even comes close to you again, I will.
Oh, how nice.
May we come in?
Oh, what is this?
I warned you not to go too far, Miss Montez. This is Mrs. McGivern.
How do you do? Will you not sit down?
What are you doing here, Martha? This morning you said that
I said I'd think it over, and I have. And now if you've quite finished with your meal, you better come home with me, dear.
You are very lovely, but this is ridiculous. The man is in love with me. You've heard of the King of Bavaria, no?
Jack isn't a king, and he has no throne to lose. But he does have a home, and me.
But I was willing to have him just as a patron. But he insists on being a husband. What can I do?
You can let him go.
Oh, no, never. What Montez gets, Montez keeps. But you do not have to be hurt. He has enough money for both of us.
It may seem old-fashioned in your eyes, but I'm still in love with the old fool.
Now, if you'll both just listen to me for one moment.
Oh, shut up, Jack. Nobody's talking to you.
Yes, do not interfere, Jack. You are very unsophisticated. As a divorced lady with money in San Francisco, you can have all that men at your feet.
What? Over my dead body, she will.
But I only want one man. Oh, I know he's not the greatest bargain in the world, but I'm used to him. Will you give up my husband, Miss Montez?
No, it is out of the question.
Will you put that thing down, Martha? Matt, take that away from her. What kind of a marshal are you?
Stay where you are, Matt.
She's got the drop on me.
What are you doing?
I think she's going to shoot you.
Well, then she will hang.
They'll pin a medal on her. This is California, and claim jumping is a serious offense.
But I did not jump on anything.
Mrs. McGivern staked out Jack McGivern years ago. According to our laws, that makes him her property, and you are a claim jumper.
His property, McGivern?
He is a gold mine, isn't he?
Look, killing me is not going to make him love you again.
It might save his life. And with you out of the way, there wouldn't be anything for him and Dwayne Parker to fight over. As Matt said, he is my claim. What's your decision, Miss Montez?
No.
If you think I can't use this...
You are very convincing. You may have your husband.
No. I can't let you make this sacrifice, Lola.
No, it is no sacrifice. You are very, very sweet, McGivern, but you are not worth dying for. Go.
No.
Steady, Mr. Parker.
I heard you were alone in here. I'm sorry, Mrs. McGivern.
I don't think you and my husband have any further reason to quarrel, Mr. Parker.
Especially since Miss Montez is leaving on the boat for Australia this afternoon.
Since when?
We just got word that they've discovered gold in Australia. People are getting rich there overnight. You'll love it there.
Yes. But what right have you got to deport people?
I don't know what you've got on her, but you can't deport her if she marries an American citizen. Me, for instance.
Martha, can I have that? Lola, do you want to tell them why you left England so hurriedly?
You know?
She was charged with bigamy. Did you ever bother to divorce your first husband?
I got tired of him. Why bother with triviality?
Well, what about the second and the third?
I got more and more tired.
The boat leaves at 5.
Aren't you going to kiss Miss Montez goodbye for the last time?
It's a kind and understanding heart you have, Martha.
Goodbye. Goodbye, my McGivern. They will love me in Australia. I will sing, I will dance, I will be queen. You will not destroy the legend of Montez.
Oh, no. There's nothing wrong with Lola Montez. It's Eliza Gilbert that sometimes gets out of hand. Just saying goodbye.
I'm going to Australia.
If he kissed me goodbye like that, I'd go with you.
Senora.
Goodbye.
California. Oh, I've traveled here, I've traveled there. I guess I've been most everywhere. But I like where I am today, and here is where I'll stay. Now, one thing I just can't endure is being broke and being poor. So I come west to take the cure, and here is where I'll stay. I've come to California, California. There's gold in them there hills in California. I've come to live where life is best, in the Golden West. I'm gonna strike it rich in California, California, California. There's gold in them there hills in California.